Turk not on a tour. Any thoughts about that?
My thoughts about that, I think it should have been worked out where he was on the tour, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, he's like the fourth Beatle. You feel me? You would consider him the fourth Hot Boy, no matter what. And I just felt like it could have been worked out. And I feel like this here, a lot of this here shit is dragging as long, like it's dragging for too long. You feel me?
Turk recently made a post and he said, if I did something, just let me know what I did. Like I'm like a man, just tell me what I did and I can correct it.
If I did something, tell me what it is. I'm man enough to say what it was. I'm a man now. To build a case on there and act like you did them something just because they the ones who got jealousy and envy in their heart.
Is it anything you know in the past? Because it started out with BG blocking him from the tour. Well, number one, does BG have that power?
They all got the power within each other. You feel me? If you rub one person the wrong way and then you rub another person, or you had previous incidents with a bunch of different member at a time, at some point they're gonna feel like you the problem. You feel me?
Because OG Free said BG did share some things with him that happened with him and Turk back in the past, but it wasn't nothing that he felt they couldn't get past. Is it
Yeah,
anything that you familiar with that could have happened in the past that could be the reason why?
man. For me, bro, I feel like I would let him back on the tour just because. I told you what's dragging this along. What's dragging this along is it's after Katrina, you feel me? After Hurricane Katrina, we get a lot of problems that could have been resolved in the city. Now it's dragging along because we ain't bumping into each other every day, or we don't have to come to the set, or you don't got no OG to check you when you're down bad. Cause like I'm from the era like if you did something wrong, if you was being like I'm gonna say tender dick or whatever with a broad, and when you came outside the next day, your homies and them got on you and teased you about it. Like, and we just missing that area. Being that Turk always by himself, where he with his wife, he don't have no man friends that's really around him like most of the time. Which ain't it's not a bad thing. He's good that he family oriented. You feel me? But he don't have a homie to just tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Bro, this here shit could be resolved." You feel me? Because you got to think Turk did what, like 14 or 10 or something years
Bro,
in
people
jail,
always forget that shit, bro. Yo,
and you got to look at, man, you actually was working in jail, and you dealt with a lot of bullshit. Even if you had to kiss ass, you had to kiss ass in jail. Maybe a deputy or one or two to get something that you want to do, something that you want to get you a peace of mind. So being that the bag is involved with the tour, I feel like, man, some shit you just gotta chalk up. You feel me? On his end, not on their end too, though. You feel me? Don't sit. I'm not being one sided, but this man did like 10 or 14 or however many years he did. Like at some point, and you got kids and you got your wife. You feel me? Like we gonna have to get this off this chest. But I'm going on this tour. How Denzel say I'm leaving here with something.
How do you feel about the Turk and BG
I think
squabble?
it's real. I think it's silly as I love them both as brothers, and I'm like, bro, you better get your shit together, dude, because this might not happen again, bro. I don't even know what y'all beefing over. Y'all don't know what y'all beefing over.
And then you got to look at when niggas incarcerated, we think when they in jail they getting wisdom or maturing or whatever. Like that ain't the case in some situations. You feel me? Saw a lot of people went to jail and did 15 or 20 years and come right back and be in the same mode that they left in. You feel me?
say we speaking about the bag. Let's stay on the bag for a second. There's videos out there saying that certain people need the bread, but do you think Birdman and P need the bread?
Oh, who don't need bread? You feel me? Who don't need bread? Everybody run into their own financial situations. Like that's like saying everybody got a different meaning of success. You feel me? Like we know Bird is for Bugatti birds. You feel me? Like we don't know if he can't afford a Bugatti right now or he still can. You feel me? But in his eyesight, if he's not able to cop 10 of them, he might be like, "Oh man, I'm hit right now. I need this bread." You feel me? So everybody broke is different.
Yeah, broke to them boys be 1 million, 2, 3 million. They
Yeah,
be like, I'm broke.
yeah, facts.
Mm, mm. And see, there's a difference between needing and wanting or just rocking with it, and that's why I
That,
said,
that,
do you feel like they need it? Uh,
then at the same time, it's time, bro. Nick 50 and 40 years old. Mystical just got 20 years, man. Like, man, when homie come home, he done out here. You feel me? So that should be an example for a nigga to move forward and get on with their life and let's get this money and get out the way. You feel me? Even if we can't get along every day, like we should be able to get along enough to where we go on tour together and get this bag and come on back home. Cause Wayne don't gotta go on tour. Wayne got his whole different other situation and he done had his run and put in his work already. You talking about two people that done caught Joseph's. He done caught 10, he probably done did 10. Like, man, come on, man. What we doing here? You feel me?
Damn, that's another thing, Lee. We never touch up on. Three out of the Hot Boys did. How much time Wayne did?
Um, what, Lil Wayne?
Yeah,
I don't know. He did, he did what? I think he did like 5 years or something. For you talking about the gun charge, right?
right. He was in Rikers. So I
Yeah,
just noticed that three of the four Hot Boys did more than 5 years in prison. Two of them did more than 10 years. Two of them
facts,
did more than 12 years.
facts. So at some point, somebody got to wisen up. You feel me? Or either we got to catch the room. You heard me? Scrap this out and get this over with. You feel
Bro,
me?
Mystical, that man gonna be 70 something years old when he get out.
Yeah, if that's not considered a life sentence at his age, you feel me? And then you got to think the law has changed. They don't do good time or none of that no more. Because he got a 20 piece and it just slid right past everybody. You feel me? Because we not in his predicament or we feel like we don't have no sympathy towards him because this is second go round with those type of charges. You feel me? Not knowing he could be dealing with an addiction or certain situations that he personally dealing with. You feel me? A 20 piece at his age is out of here. You feel me?
Say, I gotta ask. I know I asked you several times before. Same thing I posed to BG. But is there anything in the past that you can remember why Bird might say, "Fuck that, I don't care what happened, that nigga ain't joining this tour," like type shit?
I don't think so. It's never that situation. You feel me? Bird not that type of person where he gonna be like, "Fuck it, we can't fix it or mend it." I, for me, my situations and me knowing them personally, I feel like it's too much dancing around. Like we got too much distance between each other. You feel me? And so that lets it linger. Where I ain't talking to him every day, so he don't really have no feelings towards him. You feel me? He don't have that sympathy for him that he had as a Lil Turk. You feel me? Or Lil BG. Now it's oh man, fuck, homie ain't called me in 6 months. Well, what I'm reaching out to him for, a certain situation. But I got to give it to Turk. He's standing his ground for a while as being his own man. You feel me? But at some point in time, you got to give in because of your kids and your family. You feel me?
Do you feel that there's someone that could talk sense to both of them? Is it you? Is it
I
anybody?
I really thought I would say me and Juve have said this shit over and over to them.
That I try to make everything, I was the one fighting to get him on the tour, right?
Yeah.
So I always try to make things right, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of them situations where it was out of my control. I ain't have nothing,
Yeah.
it wasn't on me. The power was there, B.
He's out on the island by himself. You feel me? Because I'm looking at the bigger picture as okay, it's cool. He getting some shows at Home Depot parking lots. He doing shit like that. Anybody gonna root for the underdog. But let's be real, they doing arenas or stadiums. Like, man, let's come on. You able to get yourself together to go to a parking lot to do that, and you just can't somehow get on the same page with them to get this arena money for your family? Not saying that it's all his fault, but at some point in time, he can make this work. You feel me? It's never a no, he can't make it work. He can make it work. I know this personally. Like them dudes not gonna do Turk nothing, bro.
What could he do to make it work though?
I don't feel like I wouldn't say chase them, but show up. You feel me? Not good. You don't have to go out your way to hound niggas down, but just show up. And when you show up, just be humble. Not saying that he have to be humble, that he wrong or whatever. He's out on the island by himself. So drastic measures, you got to do drastic things. And being in a situation that him and Jizzle been in before, being locked up for 10 or plus years, come on, man, let's make this make sense.
let's get rid of the rumors about if there's rumors about BG being jealous of Turk. Can you see that?
Um, I would say
Being able to come home, stand on his own, kicking his habit and all that stuff. You know, that's what the word is.
I wouldn't say a sense of jealousy. I would say lil bro, nigga. You feel me? Like every chance you get, a nigga, you know, your older homie gonna always want to lil bro you. You feel me? And and being that you might have felt like, I would say like some people like would say I'm gonna put me and Soldier Slim next to each other. You feel me? I might still be a grown man to this day, but Slim gonna always look at me like that's Lil Levy. You feel me? And it's always gonna be that. No matter what I do, it's always gonna be like, bitch, you ain't put in enough work. You feel me? Or you ain't sling that iron like I did. Or either you wasn't out here when Gangster was out here, or you know, or either the other hot boys. You feel me? I wasn't slinging iron during that time, but he was. So he always gonna be like, oh boy, you ain't no fisher as me.
Who's older, BG or Turk?
I would say on BG.
BG. And BG was out there and seen things and been a part of things that when Turk was still when Turk wasn't out there, basically.
I would say like you got to think like Jizzle had a different pedigree of people he was running with. You know, some people might try to say Jizzle just a rapper or whatever. That's cap. Like Homie was hanging around the real people, and if Homie hanging around people, he had to be some type of official. You feel me? And so always when you do that, again, it comes down to man, you lil bro. Like shut up, man, go in the run. You feel me?
I quit. I quit. Hey, what? I quit.
Did Turk actually get a job, like a regular job, at some point?
Um, Nah, man, you know Turk is antic, man. You know he gonna pull his moves. You feel me? He gonna go with whatever he want to go with, and you know, for him, that's what's paying his bills, the internet, and whatever he doing, he trying to keep it moving for his situation. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, he got bills, he got shit he got to do. You feel me?
It's real. That's real. Yes, indeed. Hey, you saw Rick Ross. I say for some reason though, I say he ain't just out there something because the boy gotta be smart. He ain't just doing that shit. But then Rick Ross reached out to him, and did you see that?
Yeah, also, you know, Ross always like posters here and there. You know, Ross kind of you could say, you know, Ross like the clown with shit too. You feel me? So you don't know what angle he coming at. You feel me? Because you know, Ross will laugh at some shit and be like, then you think he laughing with you, and the whole time he laughing at you. You feel me?
In
And
Turk's situation, what do you think? You think he was with him or laughing at him?
it's different situations. You feel me? You gotta remember at one point in time, Turk also said why Ross ain't reach out to him. You feel me? A while back, Turk was like, why Ross ain't reach out to him and you know try to help him with something or give him a future or anything. It ain't nothing, but it don't take nothing but a studio session to get on a song. How come you ain't? If you gonna support him, how come you don't do no song with him?
Real shit. Bottom line. Bottom
Facts.
line.
Like fuck, you own the number one song. You in the top 10 right now because you got the song with Max B and French Montana. That'll be a layup for to do a song with Turk.
You just had an accident, then they get you right. Thank God your soul to heaven sent. You still here to fight.
To me, like he doing all right, and he just like you say, he just
Oh
gimmicking.
man, you got to think, man. The man did 10 years, bro. Being free is one hell of a thing, bro. Being free, if you survive 10 years, 10 plus years, or five or whatever type of jokes, and you free, man, the rest of this shit is mine. You feel me?
I want to send a shout out, you hear me, to my little partner Turk, you hear me? With Turk with cash money. Turk, much love. Stop tripping, you hear me? Turk, don't be mad with me. You know that was a show. She went under with that little money, and now you be acting funny.
I was in the Milk one time with Uncle Larrell, right?
Uh,
I didn't even realize he was that thorough in the whole city at that point, but he started kicking his freestyle about Turk. What
yeah,
about Turk and Larrell's past? They always been good, right?
yeah, they always been good, you know, from the undisputed, and you know, we always Bro, we always wind up in the same area of places. You feel me? Because you know it's only a few studios when you dealing with Scory or Keith or Big Head Brian or you know just it's certain studios that they willing to go to or other studios they ain't going to. You feel me? And that's how Scory and Bushman was or Derek. Certain studios they ain't going to. They'll build something new before they fuck with certain studios.
Bro, you been in contact with any of the hot boys lately?
Fuck, Jizzle was just up here.
Yes, indeed. You got a chance to kick it with him?
Yeah, I got a chance to kick it with him. Yeah, we was together for like 2 days. We went, you know, we kicked it on at the studio, and we went over there by the daiquiri shop. You know, that's a landmark for New Orleans. You feel me? Daiquiri shop on Old Nat. You feel me?
How Atlanta was taking the jizzle, bro? What was it stay like?
Oh man, you know, everybody fuck with Jizzle, just like a lot of people fuck with Turkey. You feel me? I just feel like it be, you know, it's a lot of in-house bullshit going on with us with among each other. You feel me?
Say, bro, have any of the hot boys ever had a fight?
Um, let me see. Who fuck? You know, Juve a fighter. You feel me? Juve always have a fight. That nigga, he willing to fight you at the drop of a hat. He don't give a shit if he lose or win or whatever. Juve just that type of. I'm surprised me and him ain't squared up yet. You feel me? Because when he get mad, you know, you never know how he coming. You heard me? But yeah, Turk didn't have a fight before. I've been with Turk before because you know me and him went to full shape together, so we didn't have yard fights and everything at the full. But you know, everybody else, you know, fuck, you know, Jizzle was always ahead of us again, or ahead of us, because he always was hanging with people that was of age than us. You feel me? Or already off the porch. You feel me?
That jizzle he got the receipts to show that too. He was young, hanging with grown men and shit.
Yeah. This nigga was hanging with gangster. You know, before I was outside already, but I was still going to school and shit like that. And when I come outside, Jizzle will be out there already. You feel me?
You said jizzle was hanging with gangster. I thought gangster was like much older than BG.
Yeah, he much older than BG, but when he come to the hood, he hung by Gangster House.
So what the fuck was BG doing so young, hanging with a known hitter?
Well, that's always been Jizzle, you know, stigma. You feel me? He hang where the gangsters be at.
He was as a youngster, he was just drawn to it, or what? What was it?
Well, you know, giggity is cash money. You feel me? So why wouldn't he go somewhere and hang where it's comfortable at? And you know, if niggas play with Jizzle, he pulling up with jewelry, Benzes, whatever. You know, he ain't got to worry about nothing. God, you know what it's hitting for. Rail report. This is Magnolia Levee. You know where to catch me at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. It's at Magnolia Levee, at MagnoliaLevee. Magnolia Levee, and it's Rail report. Scar!